Hello guys, it's been a while since I filmed a video. So today this video I'm going to be doing MRSM paper 1 with you guys. This is a trial paper in 2022, which is last year. So it's your batch right now from 5 2022 sitting for SPM. Now I'm going to be discussing this with you guys in the recorded videos because you guys know these few days are Chinese New Year, and also after that few weeks you are gonna be so busy with seminars and also as well as some extra classes. So that's why instead of having live class like usual, I'm gonna be discussing this paper 1 with you guys with the recording. So let's hope we can finish this paper 1. I'll try to make it quick as for those theory questions. Now, if let's say when I'm discussing the questions, if any things to ask me, you can leave it down at the comment box. All right, so let's begin. Now, for this set of paper, I haven't really started going through it yet, so I'm doing it as first time, same as you guys. So I will try to explain more in case if anything I think you guys need to know. Okay. Now, the first few questions will be very standard. It usually comes from your Form 4 Chapter 1, that is the Prinsip Andaian dan Batasan. Okay, so they ask you for that, but they don't actually want you to answer Andaian Batasan Prinsip, okay? They actually wanted the insights. Like example, Andayan, they have 4. Okay, Prinsip, they have 3, and for Batasan, there's 1. Total is 8 types, right? So here, you see, it's written, berikut adalah buku catatan pertama bagi perniagaan Raikal Trading. So it is written, alatan pejabat, kedai perabot cinta. Now, the numbers are both the same, of course. When you put into journal it must be the same number. If it's different, then it's not even a catatan bergu anymore. So, apakah prinsip perikanan yang diamalkan? So, over here, we can see that it is actually, let's see, perniagaan Raikal Trading, but it is buying alatan pejabat from Kedai Perabot Cinta. Okay, so over here, actually, it says prinsip perakaunan. So you cannot really tell, but the answer is actually wang sebagai ukuran because they are recording things in the matter of RM. Okay, so of course, you cannot say ketekalan because ketekalan is with method, means they will say kaedah yang sama. So example for, let's say, susut nilai calculation, peruntukan hutang ragu calculation. Okay, so that's like formulas for you to go by. So that will be teka-tekalan. While entity berasingan, on the other hand, entity berasingan is about your pemilik and his personal stuff have to be recorded separately from the business. Okay, hold on, yeah, guys. Oh, sorry, suddenly disconnected my screen mirror. Okay, we're back. All right, so entity berasingan is going to be about pemilik, usually pemilik mengambil untuk kegunaan sendiri. Alright, so this is the entity berasingan, or wang sebagai ukuran is basically recording things in RM form. So that would be wang sebagai ukuran. And as for pengiktirafan hasil dan belanja, it's not shown here because this one must be those prabayar, belum bayar, or belum terima, belum terperoleh. So the answer should be wang sebagai ukuran because there is recordings in RM form. And that's how you record all your transactions. That's the first question. Now the second question, manakah ciri yang tepat bagi syarikat sahabat berhad? So it's about syarikat. Okay. Now you don't care whether it's a sendirian or a awam berhad. Okay. They would always be liability terhad. That's why it's a berhad mah, guys, right? You understand? So the berhad way is meaning the liability that they will bear is up to the amount they contributed. Setakat model yang disumbangkan. So example, if I'm a shareholder, pemegang share, I brought in the money into the syarikat lah, okay, let's say 20,000. So let's say the company starts to have debt and we need to help to pay, right? You don't actually need to pay more than what you have brought in. So I have brought 20,000, I will bear with the 20,000. So after I finish bearing my 20,000, you don't need to take money from me anymore. I will be leaving the syarikat and you guys bear for the rest. So this is the meaning of liability terhad. Means, liability means hutang mah. So the hutang that you have to bear is having a maximum amount. It's not gonna be tidak terhad. Tidak terhad means no maximum, yeah. As long as there is a debt in the company, you have to pay everything off. So which ones are liability tidak terhad? If it's liability tidak terhad, it will apply to milikan tunggal and perkongsian. Yeah, but if it's syarikat or korporasi, there will be syarikat, there will be liability terhad. All right, so A is wrong because what they give you is liability tidak terhad. Okay, now B is untung rugi dikongsi antara pemilik. We don't actually say that because syarikat, they don't share the untung rugi in that way. They will give back in a way of dividend. So this is wrong as well. Should be dividend. If you recall back how you answer your paper 2, right? Okay, paper 2, they asked for you to calculate dividend share biasa and share keutamaan. So that is the way of return that you get back as the shareholder. So we don't say untung rugi to be splitted. Actually, the untung and the rugi will be split out into two portions. Part of it is to be kept in the company, and another part is for the pemegang share to split between SK and SB, share keutamaan and share biasa. So that's the way lah. Okay. Now C, diurus oleh ahli lembaga pengarah. Yes, that's true. Okay. Now modal disumbangkan oleh rakan kongsi is wrong. This one is for perkongsian. Perkongsian. I repeat again, why? Because you see rakan kongsi, right? Syarikat does not have rakan kongsi. Syarikat is all pemegang share sahaja. So the term that they use is quite important because if you look at this one, right, it's written pemilik, but we don't have pemilik, we are all pemegang share sahaja. So as long as your share is being bought over, right, then you are no longer part of the company. So the person who start company is quite risky one because your place can be taken anytime by other people. As long as their portion of share is bigger than you, like they can kick you off definitely. Okay, so that's how it works out for syarikat. All right, so question 2 is C. Now let's continue to number 3. Antara berikut yang manakah merupakan kumpulan aset semasa? So you have to choose the combination of just AS. So bank, yes. Insurance provider, yes. Dividend belum terima, yes. So the answer is going to be A. Now for tunai, sewa belum bayar and account belum terima, what's wrong? Let's say tunai is correct, account belum terima is correct, but sewa belum bayar is a liability semasa. That's why B you cannot choose. Now C, account belum terima inventory, and this one belum terboleh means you receive too much. It doesn't belong to you. So it's a liability. Okay, now D, LS, LBS, LS. Everything here is liability. So it doesn't even fit into the kumpulan. So that's why answer is A. Okay, right. Now question 4. Maklumat berikut menunjukkan kesan terhadap persamaan perikanan. Persamaan perikanan is A equals to L plus EP, yeah guys. All right, so it's just the jadwal we're talking about. They can only do plus and minus, no debit credit for this chapter if you're talking about persamaan perikanan from 4 bab 2. Okay, now they say asset bertambah, liability tidak berubah, and equity pemilik bertambah. So it must be something like this. Okay, now do not involve anything that's liability, only for the equity pemilik and asset. Now, the only thing I can think of should be the pemilik bringing in items. Okay, membawa masuk perabot, membawa masuk alatan pejabat, anything ABS that the pemilik brought in by themselves. Pemilik menjual barang niaga secara tunai. This one, let me see. Menjual barang niaga secara tunai. This one cannot, you know why? Because they didn't say that they earn extra. Because usually you want equity pemilik to bertambah when it comes to menjual is where you have extra. Like the cost of the item is about 5 ringgit. I sell it for 7. So I have an extra of 2. I will put it into equity pemilik UB plus. Okay, but now there's nothing about it because menjual barang niaga and in that chapter is inventory or tunai is tunai. Both also where? Both also asset sahaja. So part A is wrong. Okay, part A is wrong. Now B, pemilik memasukkan wang peribadi ke dalam perniagaan. Yes, because memasukkan wang peribadi is modal bertambah. Wang is either tunai or bank, doesn't matter, but it is also asset. Positive. So answer is B. Right, now we continue to look at C. Mengambil barangnya. No, if it's mengambil, this one would be minus. Inventory tolak, EP also tolak. You understand? So asset itself is actually getting lesser. EP as well is getting lesser. Both is lesser one. Alright. So wrong. Now D. Pemilik membeli barang niaga secara kredit. No. Because if you buy secara credit, it will become L, liability. Because we are talking about account belum bayar already. Bertambah. So that's why D is wrong. Okay. Now answer for question 1 to 4 is like that. All right, yeah. So if you cannot catch up, you can scroll it back, or you want to take a screenshot, also can. Wait for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Let's move on. Okay, now for question 5. Apakah padanan yang tepat bagi catatan kontra? We have quite a few sets of catatan kontra. I will list it out later on if we don't see it over here, okay? But you must understand that account Indo is the main one. The main one must always be a positive item, means the number usually stays positive. It's not something like negative AS, negative ABS. So when I say negative AS, negative ABS, what do you think about? Negative AS, peruntukan hutang ragu. So you know that this is actually a correct contra, okay? But does it match with the correct thing? Yes, because this negative AS is to be minus out from account belum terima. So that's the correct pair, first one. Second one, belian with pulangan keluar. Pulang keluar is correct because if you think about it, right? I buy and when I return, isn't it return out? So yes, this is the correct pair as well. Okay, so do you see that actually pulangan keluar deducts from your belian? Okay, now jualan and discount delivery is wrong because it should be the same like belian. If belian pairs with pulangan is a contra, then jualan should also pair with its own pulangan. So it should be a pulangan jualan or a pulangan masuk. These two. Okay, so that one is a pulangan belian lah, guys. Okay, now so we know that number 3 is wrong. Now 4, bank dengan tunai is no. This both cannot be Indo, cannot be contra. So this is entirely wrong. So I can give you guys more. The other ones are Indo. Okay, sorry. Indo, contra. We will see model as the Indo. Ambilan is contra. Okay, while asset bukan semasa is the Indo, susut nilai terkumpul is the contra. Okay, so I think that's the few set. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so far it's like 5. If jualan with pulangan, that's 5. All right, so let's move on. The answer should be 1 and 2. Okay, now number 6. Apakah tujuan diskaun tunai diberikan oleh pemilik perniagaan? Now be aware, actually quite a lot of students don't know this. Discount tunai is what? Discount tunai means I deduct tunai. No. Discount tunai is actually what you always see. Discount diberi. Discount diterima, guys. Quite a lot of you don't know this, okay? So because we usually record, right? We just record discount delivery as belanja, discount diterima as hasil. But actually, the main names for both of them are called the discount tunai. So the main types are we have 2. It's called the discount niaga and the discount tunai. Okay? But actually, discount niaga tidak direkod. Tidak direkod. So you don't actually need to record it because why? This discount niaga is to be deducted from the price of our item. So it means that this person wouldn't even owe you that amount. Straight away I deduct from the example. I say this calculator I want to sell you for 5 ringgit. Then this person keep negotiate with me until I say, okay lah, fine, I sell you for 3 ringgit. So the person will pass me 3 ringgit lor. But 5 ringgit, was it in the record? No, it wasn't. Okay, because from the first place I didn't say I sell to him for 5 ringgit. I am writing this in my receipt that I'm selling to him at 3 ringgit. So that's the discount niaga. While discount tunai is to be given to those that are secara credit transaction. Means I want them to pay faster. Okay. diberi untuk menarik pelanggan untuk bayar hutang. Okay. Let's see which one is related to what I wrote just now. Okay, menggalakkan pelanggan membeli secara pukau. Wrong. This one is for discount niaga. Okay, that one is for discount niaga because we deduct directly for them. Usually is when we negotiate, I say, I buy 100 from you, or can you deduct the price to each 4 ringgit? So that's how it works for discount niaga. Okay, so that's to encourage people to buy more. While B, mengelakkan daripada berlakunya hutang lapor terpulis is wrong. Because you say mengelakkan daripada berlakunya hutang lapor, that makes sense. But terpulis, why you want to mengelak leh, right? You understand that hutang lapor terpulis is something you receive money on. And also, if it's already a hutang lapor, then why do I still give them discount? You understand the point? So it doesn't make sense for this sentence. So don't take B. Okay. Now C, mendorong pelanggan untuk bayar hutang dengan lebih cepat. Yes, correct. So that is the answer for us. C. While D, meningkatkan hasil jualan kerana diberikan kepada semua pelanggan. This one you give semua pelanggan is called the discount niaga. Is that okay, guys? All right, the one that you give everybody is discount niaga. But discount tunai will have syarat. Like example, 10% 5 hari. The one you see inside your invoice basically. Okay. Now for question 7. Aliran dokumen manakah yang tepat bagi urus niaga secara kredit? So we want the document flow that's for secara kredit. Now here we have sebut harga, invoice, catalog, and receipt. This is definitely wrong. Why? Because you don't receive catalog after the invoice, because invoice is only issued when the person confirm wants to buy from you. You understand? So catalog is the one that I will send to people so they can take a look. So catalog should come before of your sebut harga lah, because like people see your catalog, only they start to ask you like, what is the price of this single item? And then once they confirm, I will send them the invoice, and they pay, I will give them the receipt. So the correct flow should be from catalog, sebut harga, invoice only to the receipt. Confirm that receipt must be the last, because receipt is only when they pay. Okay, guys, catalog comes before. So you guys know like IKEA has a catalog, right? So what does the catalog do? Is to attract people to take a look at how you can design your home. So we get ideas from that. After that, I decide, oh, I actually like this cabinet. So I will I will go to the website, or maybe I can ask the seller, what is the price of this cabinet? And they will tell me. If I'm interested, I buy, I order, and that will be invoiced because it's a charge credit. And after that, I pay, that's the receipt. Okay? Alright, so let's continue to 8. Apakah urus niaga yang sesuai direkodkan dalam journal arm? So we're talking about journal arm, guys. We revised a little bit. Journal arm must be things that are secara kredit, tidak berkaitan wang. So if you see anything that is related to tunai bank, you can just eliminate it, okay? You can just eliminate it. So pulangan barang niaga kepada pembekal, no, because pulangan barang niaga is supposed to be JPB. Is that okay? Now, B, belian aset bukan semasa secara kredit. Yes, because what you are buying is not barang niaga. So you put inside journal arm. So that's the correct answer. Now for C, why cannot? Because ambilan tunai. Okay. And D, why cannot? Because jualan of barang niaga. This one is supposed to be J. So ambilan tunai is for BT, guys. So these are the documents, the urus niaga that you put into those journals. Okay, now question 9. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada perusahaan Sufi Boutique. Okay, now so they gave the buku tunai, and this is obviously the left side of the buku tunai, which is a debit, positive side. And on August 15, we see a Ryan Silk with discount and bank. Now what we can see here is that Ryan Silk is paying their hutang. They are your pelanggan. Actually, how to tell is pelanggan leh? Because we are receiving money ma, you understand? If it's a pembekal means account belum bayar, we will be the one paying. You should see it on the credit side, minus one. Yeah, so you know it's a pelanggan. So they are trying to pay you and you are giving them discount. That's why it's a discount. Delivery. So what is their initial hutang? The hutang is both combined. So means before the discount, it's supposed to be 2,600. So it's because that I give them an additional discount of 100 ringgit. So that's why they only pay me 2,500. Okay, so urut niaga manakah yang menerangkan catatan di atas? Let's go by the flow. Membuat bayaran kepada Ryan Sik. Wrong. We're not paying, we're receiving, okay? Menerima bayaran daripada Sufi Butik. Wrong. We are Sufi Butik, guys. That is wrong. Okay. C. Membuat bayaran kepada Sufi Butik. Wrong. We are not Ryan Silk, guys. We are Sufi Butik. So, menerima bayaran daripada Ryan Silk. Yes, correct. That is our answer. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's move on, yeah? Now, I said again, we are Sufi Butik, us. And Ryan Silk is our customer. So if you see anything like us paying to Ryan Silk, that's wrong because we are Sufi Boutique. Okay, so the answer is D for 9. All right, so I'm gonna like zoom out a little. So if you guys want a screenshot, can go ahead. I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's move on to question 10 to 30. Okay, now berikut adalah butiran buku tunai rinsip restoran Mia untuk bulan Julai 2022. So they give us a baki awal lah. Now this baki awal, right? If it doesn't come with anything like to put that in, that is gonna be your nilai panja. Okay. In buku tunai rinsip, we have this thing called nilai panja. That is basically your budget for the month. Okay, monthly budget for buku tunai rinsip, and comes with another word which is called the recruitment. But recruitment is more of like top up. Understand? So my budget, right, is called the nilai panja. But every month after I spend, I will surely need to top up with the value, right? So we will see what is the baki, and recruitment will come underneath of it. Baki HB plus recruitment, it will go back into the budget. Is that okay? So that's how you find it lah. Now, anyways, your baki hour is 300 ma. Then in this section, it's not everything you can take, guys. Anything more than 100. I use 100 ringgit as the guide lah. But usually, teachers will say that you can follow by your budget, which is like 300 ringgit. But I don't think so because if you take in the 250, you will not have enough to pay. Because you see, 10, 15 is 25. Plus 25 is 50. 50 plus 50, 100. So if I add on a 250, that will be a 350 that I'm spending already. So it doesn't make sense. That's why the 250 cannot be taken in. So remember, buku tunai rinsip is less than 100 ringgit. Okay, so we take everything up. 10 plus 15, 25, 100. Okay, everything, these two added together is 100. So when 300 minus 100, this 200 is your baki HB. So how much more you have to add back in order to get it back to 300? Actually lah, whatever you spend, you top up next month. So it follows actually, it's just like terbalik the sequence, you understand? Like how it used to be 300, you spend 100 mah. So then now you add back 100 lah after you spend. So the answer for your recruitment is 100 ringgit. Okay, let's move on to 11. Maklumat berikut diambil daripada Leja Jualan Ikhlas Holding. Okay, so it's a Leja Jualan, guys. Leja Jualan is not account jualan, because quite a lot of people thought it's the same thing. No. Leja Jalan is talking about account belum terima, like account kawalan, all those customers. We're talking about customers are pelanggan by their own names. But if you're talking about account kawalan, that one is under Leja Am. You don't call it Leja Jalan. Okay. Now Leila and the price, we can see it on the credit side. Now ABT is the type of asset semasa. So credit means minus. Okay. What does it mean? Hutang pelanggan. Berkurang. Why berkurang? There's a bank here. Means they paying. Is that okay? They're paying their hutang. Alright, so here, Ikhlas Holding membeli barang niaga daripada Leila. Wrong. Guys, jual. We sell, okay? No beli, no beli. No, wrong. Ikhlas Holding menjual barang niaga kepada Leila Enterprise dengan check. No, there's no selling, guys. You understand? If there's a selling, you would see a word jualan here. But we're not selling, okay? Leila Enterprise is paying for it. So, Leila Enterprise menerima bayaran. Wrong. Leila Enterprise membuat bayaran. Yes. Okay, they're paying to us. So that's why their hutang can be lesser. Okay, now how you know it's gonna be us that is receiving the money? Because now you are representing Ikhlas Holding, right? Okay, now you see, it's a catatan bergu in your bank. If your bank T-shape, right? Do you see its credit side? When I move into bank, is debit of bank. That is positive, means I receive money. Membuat bayaran kepada Ikhlas dengan check. So my bank increased because I received the payment. You understand? Alright, so that is for question 11. Let's move on to question 12. Kesilapan manakah yang tidak memberi kesan terhadap imbangan tuga? So we are talking about kesilapan tidak ketara. Okay, I'm going to list them out for you guys, okay? Now, the kesilapan tidak ketara that we have is prinsip. We also have songsang. We also have ketinggalan, kesilapan commission, saling mengimbangi. One more. Do you guys remember what is it? Starts from the word A, amount. Okay, so that's 6 types of it. So yeah, kesilapan. This is correct. No, why? Because the ballet is actually songsang in a more informal way lah. But if you look at it, menghitung wrong, right? But it's not both sides, you know, because kesilapan tidak ketara doesn't even have a kesilapan menghitung. It's a kesilapan amount. And I would say lah, even if it's a kesilapan ketara, like the obvious one, we don't call it kesilapan menghitung. It's called kesilapan amount di sebelah debit ataupun sebelah credit on one side only. So it's not both sides that I've calculated wrongly. So B is wrong. Okay. Now, ketinggalan satu catatan is kesilapan ketara. Like the obvious. These two also ketara. Okay, guys. So B is wrong, eh? So answer A. Alright, so we move on. Apakah tujuan of nisbah kecairan? Kecairan is actually to compare our money with liability. Okay, it means asset and liability. So it's to see how well you can pay back your hutang. Mengukur prestasi pengurusan? No. Mengukur kemampuan menjelaskan hutang? Yes. Mengukur kecekapan pengurusan inventory? This one is nisbah kecekapan. This one also. Okay, now tahap keuntungan is nisbah keberuntungan. Alright, so this is it for the question 10 to 13. Alright, let's move on to 14. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada buku perniagaan Leona. You have untung bersih, margin untung bersih, and cost jualan. They want untung kasar. Okay, so actually it's quite easy because untung kasar is from jualan bersih tolak cost jualan. If you don't understand like how I get this equation, this is actually your account perdagangan, AKP. You start from jalan, tolak cost jalan, isn't it? You will get untung kasar for your answer. So this is the equation. Okay, now if you want to find untung kasar, you don't need untung bersih actually, but your margin untung bersih can help you. That's why they give you long, okay? But cost jalan, no need to find. Already have. Okay, so like this, margin untung bersih is equals to untung bersih divided by jalan bersih times 100. So the answer is 25%, right? Okay. Now we're gonna move the 100% to the other side. Sorry. I accidentally pressed. Okay, come. We're gonna move it to the other side so it divides, right? Okay. Your answer will now be 60,000 over JB equals to 0.25. Oh, actually, sorry, I shouldn't change the direction now. Wait, it become like this. Okay, now then you move the JB over, it will be 0.25 JB equals 60,000. JB then will equals to 60,000 divided by 0.25. That is to move it over lah, so it becomes divide lah. Okay, so 60,000 divided by 0.25, that is 240,000. So once you have gotten your JB, 240,000 to minus 168,000. Answer is 72,000. B. Alright, let's move on to question 15. Berikut ialah petikan buku perniagaan Umar Mini Market. So they gave us imbangan juga. Now they just say M. And then be aware that they're putting it on the debit side. Debit side can be asset, can be belanja. Sometimes can be negative EP, like ambilan. So you see whether they give you lah, okay? Dividend, no. Dividend is a type of hasil. Hutang lapor, yes, because it's a belanja. Discount deterriment, no hasil. Pulangan belian also is a hasil. So belian and pulangan belian is in opposite direction. Right? That's why we know that it's definitely not going to be on the debit. It's a credit item. So answer is B, hutang lapor. Okay, let's move on. Question 16. Pasaraya Lotus Mrsm merekodkan pergerakan inventory dengan menggunakan mesin pengimbas. Apakah sistem inventory yang diamalkan oleh perniagaan tersebut? So this one is going to be using machine. What is mesin pengimbas? Scanner. The barcode scanner. You know, at supermarket, right? They always like scan your barcode. So it's called the system inventory berkala. Okay, system inventory berkala. So they actually don't hold on sorry, hold on So I checked a little bit. So this one, right, is actually the new one. It's not the same. Okay. So machine pengimbas, I would say it's actually called system inventory berkala over here because they don't give us the choice. But actually there's another system computer. But yeah, they are trying to like relate it to that meaning. But as long as you guys remember, berterusan is for small scale. Because right, it's continuous means that every time there's an in and an out, I will record it down. But for Lotus, Pasaraya Lotus, can you imagine like how many products they actually have in the Pasaraya? So they cannot actually keep track one by one. They don't record one by one. They go by a system where they just scan and the products will go into the machine. So that's why it's called the system inventory berkala. They will only check like once in a while. So the system, they will go to the computer and they will like summarize out how many things have been sold, like what are the status of the stock. So they like how IKEA works. They just let you take from the rack and then you will scan. So after they scan, after you scan, they will actually know this product is being taken by a customer. So then it will be quite systematic compared to system inventory berterusan. Berterusan will be more of like manual recordings. Okay, let's move on to question 17. Manakah catatan penutupan yang tepat? So we're talking about catatan penutupan means closing of a ledger. So you must make sure that they are done correctly. Now for belian is wrong because why? Belian is something that you put into account perdagangan. Okay, sorry, my pen. Perdagangan. So untung rugi, no. Untung rugi is for this hasil type and belanja type. Even though yes, belian is considered as a hasil, it's a belanja, but you don't put under untung rugi section. You put at perdagangan. So A is wrong lah. Okay. Now B, belian again, untung rugi again, wrong. Okay, I don't care the direction as long as it's written untung rugi is wrong lah. Okay. Now the C is correct with account perdagangan, but let me take a look at it. Okay, you see, belian is considered belanja first. Okay, positive is debit side, negative is credit. So by having bank here is the correct direction because I buy with check, so belian bertambah. I buy secara credit, I put account belum bayar on the positive side, that's correct. While ambilan makes belian lesser, yes, because when you take a barang niaga out, it gets lesser. So account perdagangan puts on the credit side. Is that correct or not? Yes. Because when you do account perdagangan in the T form, belanja is debit side, hasil is credit. So you must make sure they are doing a catatan berguna. Credit will be brought into the debit side. So yes, it's the correct direction for your account perdagangan to sit on. Okay, so that's all for the question number 17. Now for question 18, apakah sebab berlakunya pelupusan aset bukan semasa? Pelupusan aset bukan semasa is what? Okay, just to remind you guys again, is when I want to sell used or a old ABS. Okay, now why to sell? Because it's already very old or it's not worth the value anymore. So before it's like zero, I quickly sell them off and buy a new one better so I can at least get something back lah. So jadi berlaku kerugian dalam perniagaan, berlaku kerosakan fizikal dan keusahan, kos penyelenggaraan semakin berkurang. Wrong. This is definitely wrong because when you have an asset bukan semasa that costs you lesser and lesser to maintain it, then why would you want to let go of it, right? So C is wrong. Okay, maintenance fee getting lesser. Wrong. If it's getting lesser, why would I let go? Okay, now di hasil operasi perniagaan semakin bernafas. Wrong. Again, it's the same concept. It's just now the maintenance fee getting lesser. It's a good thing. Why would I sell? And while hasil is getting more, then why do I need to sell? I don't even need the money. So the only thing is A and B. You want to choose the correct one. Okay. Now, we will actually choose berlaku kerosakan fizikal dan keusangan because this is part of the theory of pelupusan aset bukan semasa. When there is a berlaku of kerugian dalam perniagaan, we don't opt for selling ABS. We will instead lessen the cost of our business, not on the ABS, because ABS don't cost you money anymore, you understand? Only like the small maintenance fee. But other than that, it's something worth, then why don't I keep it? Like premise, all those you keep, right? The value will go up. So usually it's because it's spoiled, or maybe it's already too old to be used. So why not just sell? Someone can reuse it or something, then I get back the money now. Okay, so that's the main point. 18 is B. All right, so let's move on to question 19. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada buku perniagaan Danny pada 1 April 2021. So they gave us kenderaan harga kos and nilai buku. Kenderaan disusun nilaikan pada kadar 5% mengikut kaedah baki berkurangan. Berapakah susun nilai terkumpul kenderaan pada 31st March? You guys know why they want to give you nilai buku? Because this one is 1st April to 31st March 2022 use, right? Okay, when we calculate, we actually take nilai buku for this case because kaedah baki berkurangan, you have to use cost to minus S&T first, only to multiply by percentage. So they're actually like testing you whether you understand you need to use which one or not. If they are talking about atas cost, then you ignore the nilai buku, just take the cost. But then now, it's a baki berkurangan. It's memang going to be cost minus N&D, which is equals to nilai buku. So you're going to just take this 58800 and you multiply it by 5%. Multiply, Answer is 2940. That is going to be your SN, right? SN. And how am I supposed to know what is the previous S&T? That's so easy because cost minus S&T equals to nilai buku, right? You see, they gave you the cost 178,500. Nilai buku is 58,800. S&T unknown. So now what? Just swap between these two. Your S&T is equals to 178,500 minus 58,800. 119,700. So add on your SN 2940. Answer is 122,640. Okay, everything works on, so they are meant to make you think lah. Okay, this is like hebat question. So let's move on to question 20. Petikan berikut diperoleh daripada buku perniagaan Rina So they gave us imbangan juga with insurance and commission. So normally this kind of question is pelarasan already confirmed. So they told us maklumat tambahan is insurance yang dibayar adalah bagi tempoh setahun. Setahun means it's meant for 12 months, you understand? So it doesn't really have to be in your 12 months, but you understand that it's 12 bulan, okay? But it started from 1st Jan. And you see, so then until 30 June, that is your akhir tempoh perikanan. Please remember that hasil and belanja you cannot take beyond your akhir tempoh perikanan. So I don't care whether it's 12 months or not, but now I only want to know how long you're supposed to pay for. So 1st Jan to 30 June now, that is only 6 months, right? So I will go ahead and take the insurance and multiply it by 6 over 12 months to know that actually how much I need to pay within my own tempo. That's 750. Okay, that's 750. And at the same time, I can also calculate out. We have 750 sebenar. This one is Prabaya. Okay, why? Because they paid for 12 months, but in fact, I can only take 6 months. That's why the other 6 is considered Prabaya. Okay, then more for commission. 270 masih belum diterima. If I already received, it should be shown inside the imbangan juga, but they say never. So that's why I have to add in 3570 plus in 270 is a 3840 for commission. Okay, so our answer, apakah nilai yang tepat dalam imbangan juga terselaras? Means they want after. You will be taking 750 for insurance. Commission is 3840. Let's see, This two is wrong. 750 and must be 384. Okay, see. Okay, insurance is 750. Credit commission is 3840. So we're done with question 20. Okay, now from now on at the back is more form 5 and calculation and more lah. Okay, so 21. Butiran apakah yang direkod dalam buku tunai dikemas kini? Only 3 Do you guys remember? This one. Okay, what is the star? Star is kesilapan. Cek tak laku. Ketinggalan. So we only put these 3. Total faktor yang menyebabkan ketidakseimbang of your buku tunai with this penyata bank is 5. We have these 3 here, the star, the triangle, and the square. Okay, these are for buku tunai. While the other 2, CBD, DBD, that is the check belum dikemukakan, deposit belum dikreditkan. This 2 is meant for PPB. So, penyata penyesuaian bank. So they are separated lah. Okay, so the answer is going to be check tak laku and dividend. Okay, so 1, 2. Now, what is that dividend that? This is probably ketinggalan lah. You know why? Because ketinggalan, we don't actually need to mention one. It's all like whatever you forgot to record, you just record it. So by the name itself, that's why dividend is not something that I would put inside penyata penyesuaian bank. Okay, so question 21 is done. Let's move on. Question 22. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada Aisyah Enterprise. So, buku tunai petikan sahaja means only specific parts, yeah? This is the credit side. And when they give you number check, usually it's penyata penyesuaian bank question lah. Because usually our buku tunai doesn't have number check on. Okay, so this side is where we issue out money. Number is 435, but over in our penyata bank, it is written 543. Usually for bank side, it shouldn't have any error because they just follow the check. But us, human error, yes, this is confirmed a kesilapan because there's 2 numbers. You understand? For the rest of the factor, right? Ketinggalan. No record. Okay. Ketinggalan is buku. Sorry, I want to write like this. Ketinggalan is PB got record, buku tunai no record. Understand? Okay. While you still have check tak laku, the factor, check tak laku. Check tak laku is your BT record, but PB doesn't record. CBD, DBD, both same. Record is in buku tunai. but Penyata Bank does not record. So you get it that why I assume and why I say it's confirmed kesilapan, because the rest of the factors are all one side only. Means only one of them record, the other one doesn't. So how can you even compare like this? But kesilapan must be shown with a different number. Then we confirm it's a kesilapan lah. So here you can know that we are supposed to do a correction. Okay. Now the correction should follow according to Penyata Bank because it's a buku tunai dikemas kini. Just for your information, we have three methods of preparing Penyata Penyesuaian Bank. The first one is buku tunai dikemas kini version. If you need to kemas kini, then it's always buku tunai that's wrong. Penyata Bank is correct. Yeah, so that's why we follow according to Penyata Bank. We have negative 435 in our buku tunai, while Penyata Bank is negative 543. So how can we change it back to negative 543? Let's find the difference first. You will need to minus 108. Okay, so let's see whether we did it or not. It should be buku tunai credit side, yeah? You can first eliminate answers of these two because the answer is wrong. Shouldn't be 543. We only want the difference 108. So credit side, this is correct. This is wrong because this is debit. Answer is A. Okay, so we are done with question 22. Let's move on to question 23. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada ringkasan belanjawan tunai perniagaan Aisyah. So they gave us belanjawan tunai, guys. Baki AQ, how to calculate leh? Actually, the Baki AQ will be having these two to minus each other. Okay, minus each other. You know what they are very tricky on? They didn't put Baki hour for you. So many of you actually take this to minus this and to get P. This to minus this to get Q. Wrong, guys. Baki AQ is technically Baki awal of your March. So means that 18,000 will plus with 12,000 minus 8,000. So you would get what? 18,000 plus 12,000 minus 8,000. You get the 22,000 here for P, or 22,000 will be brought into A probe to add and then minus. That's a 24,000. Answer is D. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to solve for you guys to choose 2,000 because there's no 2,000 for you to choose, you understand? So maybe at this question, quite a lot of people will get confused, like how to find out these answers that is given to us. Okay, hold on, guys. So sorry. Please give me a moment. Let's continue. All right, so let's move on to our question 24. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada perniagaan Alia pada 31st August. So they gave us modal awal, modal tambahan, untung bersih, and ambilan modal AQ. So usually when we have given this, right, is when it's a record tak lengkap question, perbandingan. So we do a reverse equity per minute. But now, they just want a normal one, guys. So easy. Plus whatever you need to plus, minus whatever you need to minus. Then that's your modal AQ. So you will start from modal awal, 10,000 plus 1,400 plus 6,800 minus 900. So then you get your answer, 17,300. C. This is like equity per minute. Okay, so just go by the sequence. Actually, if you are writing it inside your PKK, like these two should swap place one, but doesn't matter because it's a calculation question in your paper one. They don't even need you to write it out. So just do by the normal way. As long as positive, you plus, minus, and minus. Okay, right. So question 25. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada buku perniagaan Encik Hasri yang tidak menyimpan rekod dengan lengkap. So it's a record tak lengkap, tidak menyimpan rekod dengan lengkap. So insurance prabayar, AS. Okay, but doesn't matter, guys. Actually, A or L. It's okay, right? I just want to say that Prabaya is a terlebih. Now, during year end, we always do year end first because in Form 4, you learn pelarasan is year end one, only year end. So whenever it's year end, they tell you too much, what you do? You minus. But if it's starting of the year, do you ever see Baki, BB, and HP sits on the same side? And also, if it doesn't sit on the same side, debit and credit will never be the same symbol, right? So that's why if your HP is negative, then your BB is gonna be positive. So you're just going to take this to plus and minus settle. So 1,300 plus 250 minus 400, your answer is 1150. Because they wanted the Sabana to be recorded inside Untung Rugi. Let's move on to question 26. Maklumat berikut diambil daripada buku perniagaan Encik Hasrin yang mengamalkan sistem catatan tunggal. Tunggal means only one. Okay. Now they gave you jualan tunai, discount delivery, bank, ABT, and ABT again. So this is the BB, the HB. So berapakah jumlah jualan pada tempoh perekanan tersebut? So we have a jualan tunai, but now we need to find a jualan credit. Jualan credit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put ABT. Okay, you start from 12,500. Okay, bank will go to this side. Discount delivery also, because it makes hutang lesser, while HB will then go to the negative side, opposite of your BB lah, basically. Okay, so after you put everything in, then your jualan credit should be shown over here by balancing. Okay, now 3,200 plus 850, 24,400 is a 28,450 minus 12,500. Our jualan credit is 15,950. Okay, so we are done with question 26, yeah? Let's move on to question 27. Manakah antara berikut merupakan jenis rakan kongsi? Now we have a few. Rakan kongsi has is wrong. Nominal is correct. Lelap, yes. Tidak terhad is wrong. Okay, so we actually have rakan kongsi biasa, active, lelap, nominal, these two, and one more is rakan kongsi berhad. Okay, so these are the few. Actually, do you need to explain? Maybe they will ask that. So then here I have talked about it. Lelap means asleep. Asleep means what? They don't care about anything. They don't have any rights at all. So they are basically like invisible one. You cannot see them. What they do is just they bring money in and you're gonna invest everything for the pekongsi. Okay, while for nominal means they will kongsi their nama. So they don't need to bring money, but their name is the one that will be used. Usually it's the like celebrity that will use this rakan kongsi nominal because they have fame. So when I use this person's name, I get to promote my products. That's called the rakan kongsi nominal. And while for biasa and active, right, the difference is on active need to do all the semua pengurusan. And it's their job actually. They get paid for it. At the same time, they don't get to take a break lah. Okay, biasa leh, other hak mengurus. So they can actually ask to check the business or the buku perekanan, but it's not that they are committed to it. Means it's not a must for them. But active is different. Okay, active must do it no matter what. While berhad is on liability lah. Liability terhad. Okay, so that is their differences. All right, so the answer would be 2 and 3 lah. C. Let's move on. Question 28. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada klinik Wafi dan rakan-rakan bagi tahun berakhir 31st July 2022. So they gave us ambilan pada atas ambilan and pada 1st April. Wafi membuat ambilan sebanyak 1,200. So it's not just one time, they took 2 times. 1st August to 31st July. This is actually a year. 12 bulan. How you know that it's actually a year leh? Is by seeing the next date of 31st July. Next day after July is August. So it's a full tempo per account. And that 5,000 will be charged 6%. Okay, you find the answer. Then 1,002 also will have 6%, but you don't charge them entirely because they only do it on April. So if April you count until July, right? April to July. April, May, June, July. Wait. April, May, June, July in the same year. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 months out of 12. Okay, so once you've gotten these two, you add it together, that will be the faedah atas ambilan. Yeah, so 5,000 times 6%, 300. 1,200 times 6% times 4 over 12, 24. I try again. Yeah, okay, 5,000 times 6%. Yep, so 324 together. Let's move on. Question 29. Question 29, maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada perkongsian A and N. So we have account pengasingan. This is a perkongsian lah, definitely, okay? In pengasingan, we will put all the B on the debit side, H on the credit side. There's no difference one. It's the same. As you do account perdagangan, you also put belanja on the debit, hasil on the credit. So below of untung bersewa can we have say your pengasingan untung rugi only can have few things. Faedah atas modal, faedah atas ambilan, gaji, bonus, allowance. So among these three, among these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lah, okay. 4 of them are belanja. FAA is hasil. So you should see this on the hasil side, while the other on the debit side. So we have S to be faedah atas ambilan, only one of them with faedah atas ambilan. Then R is faedah atas modal. Yes, correct. Now why B cannot? Because they terbalik already. Okay, and then ambilan and gaji don't come here. Ambilan is inside account semasa for perkongsian. Gaji perkongsi is okay. It should be fine because it's a G. Okay, now ambilan, no, again, it's account semasa. Gaji also is correct, but it should be on the debit side. Okay, right, so we're done with this question 29. Let's move on question 30. Almost done. Amir dan Hasan Cafe telah bersetuju untuk membubarkan perniagaan pembubaran perkongsian mereka kerana Hasan akan berpindah ke luar negara. Apakah catatan yang betul untuk merekod belanja guaman semasa proses pembubaran? Belanja hasil, anything that we don't have a choice, we will put under realisasi. So just to remind you, pembubaran perkongsian, you can have only maximum 4 accounts to open. Realisasi, modal, bank, and then it's going to be liability. Any liability, it can be, normally it's ABB lah, okay, or pinjaman. Just telling you guys first, okay? Now, whenever you want to choose hasil or belanja, you put inside here. So why the direction like this? Because realisasi is something that doesn't have a classification. So it gets affected by the item itself. Like when I put hasil in, hasil is memang credit side. So it will be on the credit side of the realisasi. Or belanja is a debit type item. When I put it in, it will also sit on the debit side. So that's why as I pay for belanja guaman, realisasi is going to be debited. Well, how are you going to pay for belanja? Of course, you use money. So bank is going to sit on the credit side. So let's see. Realisasi. Okay, but you're not gonna choose this one because they didn't say belanja guaman dibayar oleh Amir dan Hasan. They didn't, okay? They just say belanja guaman. So the answer should be D. Okay, these two can, I mean, you can only choose model during pembubaran. Only choose model when perkongsi's name is mentioned. Okay, so the answer is D, guys. Question 30, D. Apakah kelebihan bagi pemegang share keutamaan? Definitely, kadar dividen tetap. That's the first thing I can think of. Berhak menuntut aset dahulu. The meaning of menuntut aset dahulu means they are given the right to claim the assets first before of your share biasa. So that's definitely the good side of share keutamaan. Okay, so also dividend will be given to them in advance first. So if you see selepas dividend share biasa rock, it's sebelum. Dividend bersifat cumulative, right? It's very hard to understand whether they are trying to meant as tunggakan dividend or not. So we'll keep the answer open first. Then later we see any better choice that like confirm is share keutamaan kelebihan, then we choose. So C is kadar dividend ditentukan oleh ahli lembaga pengarah, wrong. Okay. Now yes, the first time yes, but it's not always. So it should be kadar dividend yang tetap instead of ahli lembaga pengarah to decide it every time. Kadar dividend berubah, wrong. Should be tetap. So that's why the correct answer should be A. So cumulative here should be meaning the tunggakan dividend law. Because if you guys remember, right, share keutamaan is promised with the kadar dividend tetap. So if this year I cannot pay to them, then next year I will give them again. So like it will be brought forward to the next year and accumulate together. So question 31 is A. Question 32. Apakah catatan berguna bagi merekod terbitan share biasa? Now, they're not talking about bayaran. They're talking about terbitan to sell. Okay. When selling, it will involve permohonan with model. Just for your information, if you guys forgot the ledger, right? It's actually 3 of this. Now, permohonan and model, right, is when terbitan. But permohonan is with bank is when it's bayar, means the person pay. So the combination should be permohonan, debit, model credit. Because we want to see model increase, bank to increase as well. So you see, when permohonan goes with bank, right, it will be sitting on the credit side. So one time debit, one time credit. While model takes credit, bank takes debit. So they do the catatan bergu. Okay, so answer should be permohonan with model. See which one, said, okay, model must be credit. So this is correct. This is correct. Then we want permohonan is wrong. Tick A. Okay, permohonan with model. So question 33. Maklumat berikut diperoleh daripada Angkasa Raya Berhad pada 30 September. Model diterbitkan dan berbayar penuh is 1,500,000 unit with 2 ringgit per share. So we're going to multiply first, okay? Multiply. That's going to be 3 million. That's 6 zeros there. All right. That's the MDBP. I call it MDBP lah in short form. Model diterbitkan dan berbayar penuh. So pada 1st January, lembaga pengarah bersetuju membayar dividen interim kepada pemegang share keutamaan. Interim is before keuntungan diketahui. So means like I don't even know how much I'm earning, but I'm giving you some first, okay? Some of the portions first, because maybe I'm scared that the shareholders will just leave the company. So that's why I give them something first, okay? Then here is on the date of 1st Jan. They said berbayar penuh lah. So okay, 30 September technically is 1st October long. You count to 1st January. Wait, let me see. There's something wrong with the date. Pada 1st January 2020. Bersetuju. Okay, now we assume something first. I assume that this should be 2021. Okay, so if October to January, October, November, December, Jan, oh no, only until December because this is 1st January, October, November, December, 3 months out of 12. Okay, and then the rest, right, we are gonna go from January to which date? To September. Yeah, so let's see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It's 9 months. Yeah. Okay. So I am thinking this should be an error for the question. It should be 2021 because we are talking about 12 months. But if they put 2022, it doesn't make sense. Okay. So it's 3 months out of 12 that we are giving for dividend interim, while the rest, which is 9 to 9 over 12 would be for up here. For share keutamaan, right, they don't need to tell you the percentage because by the name there is already a percentage. So we're going to be taking this answer, 3 million times 8% times 9/12. Okay, so we do that. 180,000. This should be it. Okay, so I am assuming that this is a bonus mark lah, because unless the school teacher did change it with them, or the state did announce that they want to change it, but usually won't lah. So that's why it should be a free mark for the students if they choose the wrong answer, because they have problems with their date itself. Okay, right. So question 34. Urusnya agak manakah merupakan pendapatan modal bagi klub dan persatuan. Pendapatan modal is anything that plus ABS. It contributes to ABS, okay? But it doesn't really go into ABS yet, but it is meant for that. Example, the Mahas. Special. Has means special. Like what kind of special are we talking about? Example, now I received donation. It's meant to build a new court for the club dan persatuan. But you understand that actually building a court or building a court is not meant to be a daily activity of your club dan persatuan, right? It's only once in a while. So isn't there a very specific purpose that we are collecting the donation for? Versus the other one is called the derma am. Derma am is general donation. Means that when I receive the money, I can use it on any places of the club dan persatuan. Means anytime my club needs money, I can take from there. But derma has no. It's only meant for the court. So if you take it out for other purposes, you're going to get fined. Okay, so we only can use the money over here in the donation box for building the court. So that's the meaning of derma has. Okay. Other than that, we can also see sometimes it's yuran masuk lah, which the question will say yuran masuk merupakan pendapatan modal. So we treat the registration fee as part of increasing the dana terkumpul of the club dan persatuan. So anytime we need funds, then we will take from there. Okay, so we say menerima yuran pertandingan. No, yuran pertandingan is pendapatan hasil. Because memang club dan persatuan always will have pertandingan, so this is part of like a daily thing. Menerima faedah simpanan tetap. No, also pendapatan hasil. Memperoleh mesin fotostat sebagai derma. Keuntungan daripada aktiviti. Okay, so that would be C, because there's a memperoleh mesin fotostat sebagai derma plus ABS. Mesin fotostat is alatan pejabat, so yes, it's considered pendapatan modal for us. All right, so question 34 is done. Let's move on to question 30. All right, so this is a club question. They give you yuran. We're talking about yuran, account yuran. Okay. BB, HB. Asset, liability. So assets go to the debit, liability go to the credit side. So you're going to see like a T-shape. You see 40 ringgit, 50 ringgit. Done. Next, menerima. So it's bank, 700. P dan T is the one you want to find. It's going to be sitting here. While you will see this one sitting across of 40, 80 ringgit here, while 50 and 30 sitting across of each other. All right, so we can now find our yuran sebenar. 50 plus 80 is 100, 130. 830. 70. 830 minus 70 is 760. Answer is D. Okay, so the positioning is fixed already one, but as long as you remember these two, then the back is always opposite because BB, HB of the same thing don't sit on the same side. All right, now why 700 must be credit line? Because for bank, we receive bank is debit side. So when it comes to yuran, it should be opposite, comes to the credit. Okay. Now question 36, we still got another 4 more questions to go. Maklumat berikut diperoleh daripada klub rekreasi. Still we're talking about club. So they give you berapakah dana terkumpul pada akhir tarikh tersebut. So dana terkumpul is same as EP ya. Okay, so let's see. A equals to L plus EP. This is asset. L. Derma is a hasil, nothing to do over here. So we're gonna take 3,800 minus 120, 3,680. D. Because A minus L equals to EP. Okay, yeah? So you must make sure to don't take everything that they give you. You have to see whether it applies or not. Because when you talk about dana terkumpul, EP is part of PKK. Do you put derma into PKK? No. Unless it's a derma has. But they didn't say derma has, derma amma. And also, to find equity per minute, we don't use EP item 1. We always take A to minus L. Okay? Question 37. Antara berikut manakah butiran kos prima bagi kilang pizza Ilham? Kos prima consists of bahan langsung, buruh langsung, and also belanja langsung. All the langsung is called the cost prima. Okay, so let's take a look. Ketuha, no. Ketuha is ABS one. Ketuha is the oven, okay? Kada bayaran, no. Kada bayaran is cost overhead. Upah operator, yes. Operator is buruh langsung. Tepung gandum dan yeast, yes, this is your ingredient. Bahan langsung. So answer is 3 and 4. D. So this page all is D. D. Continuous. Alright, last 3 question. Maklumat di bawah diperolehi daripada kilang kasut. It's all about box 7 now. Inventory bahan langsung, kerja dalam proses, berlian buruh tak langsung, royalty angkutan keluar. So, berapakah jumlah kos prima? Same again, you can take bahan, buruh, and belanja langsung. Sahaja. So, we don't want angkutan keluar. Angkutan keluar is for pejabat. Because ship out, that one is for customer. So we're gonna calculate a bit of this. You're gonna take inventory hour plus with berlian minus at first minus inventory akhir 50,600. This is cost bahan langsung digunakan. Don't want tak langsung. Tak langsung is for overhead. And we want royalty. So you're gonna add this 50,600, 11,000, and 2,000. Add everything together. Answer is 63,600. I repeat again, this is cost bahan langsung digunakan. So the final answer. Then you're gonna add it with cost buruh langsung, add it with royalty. Royalty is belanja langsung. So these 3 jumlah to 63,600. You don't need kerja dalam proses because they're not asking for cost pengeluaran. If they ask for the final answer, then yes, you have to include cost buruh tak langsung because part of overhead. You also need to plus minus the kerja dalam proses. So they put it here lah just to confuse you. Make sure you read properly what they want. They ask for cost prima sahaja. Okay, now for last 2. Berikut merupakan kos yang terlibat dalam pengeluaran kerepek tempe, keluaran kilang tempe Wak Karmon. Berapakah untung sasaran? Okay, so this one would be TPM already, guys. Untung sasaran formula is unit outside equals to cost tetap plus untung sasaran in RM divided by margin caruman seunit. So by the look of it, they are asking for the RM one lah. Okay, so that's why they will tell you how many units they have produced. So jumlah pengeluaran is actually the untung sasaran in unit form. Okay, but cost tetap, yes, we have. Margin caruman is this minus this, 6 ringgit. Harga jalan seunit. Tolak, cost berubah seunit. So 6 minus 2 is 4. That's why you're going to see yourself moving this over first. to multiply. That's why it's a 5,000 unit times margin caruman per unit RM4 minus cost tetap of 6,500. But make sure you do this first. Okay, then that will be your untung sasaran already. You know why? Because after they move the margin caruman per unit, that's the first thing you do. Okay, after you move already, then cost tetap can move over as the second step, but to minus. Then your untung sasaran is on one side. Okay, now 5,000 times 4 minus 6,500, our untung sasaran is 13,500. So last one. Maklumat berikut diperolehi daripada buku perniagaan dapur frozen Umi pada 31st Julai. So we are given table, gaji penyelia, kos berubah seunit and harga jualan seunit. Berapakah titik pulang modal dalam unit? So this is the basic one lah in unit form. So we would take cost tetap to divide by margin caruman seunit. Cost tetap is this two. Penyelia is considered as tetap because supervisors are higher level, so they don't involve in production, but they will be the one that supervises the other workers. So both added is 4,000 cost tetap. You put 4,000 divided by 10 minus 5. That's the margin caruman unit 5. So 4,000 divided by 5. Answer is 800 units. Okay, so we have already finished MRSM paper in this 1 hour and 20 minutes time. So I hope that you guys learn. And of course, if you're still stuck like teacher, what I'm just listening, I don't have a paper to do. I actually will put this inside the description box. So if you are interested to try it out again, it's okay one. You don't have to like follow my answer to choose because you want to think about it first, right? Maybe you can try it out yourself after listening to what I've explained. Then you see whether you can score 40 out of 40. If you can, means good job. Okay, so let's work again next time. I will try to upload more videos before your SPM comes up. Okay, so any set papers that you would like to request, you can leave it down in the comment box. I will record a video and upload it to my YouTube channel. Okay, so good luck studying and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.